Welcome to another edition of the Flood Watch podcast. Now, a quick disclosure, I'm battling a head and chest cold, so I may sound a little different this week, but I'm ultimately just fine. This is Mike Flood, here to bring you the latest updates from Capitol Hill, key issues shaping the debate in Washington, and news that matters most to Nebraska and the nation. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a busy few days in Washington. This week I chaired a roundtable on the California wildfires. As the subcommittee chairman for the Housing and Insurance Subcommittee, I'm working with a bipartisan group of lawmakers to see where we can find solutions for California homeowners who are working to rebuild after the devastation they experienced last month. According to CAL FIRE, the state agency responsible for protecting natural resources, they have burned more than 57 acres, destroying more than 16,000 structures and at least 29 fatalities because of these wildfires. We talked about disaster preparedness and response, financial assistance to affected families, the role of insurance in recovery, mitigation, and home hardening and resilience. Some Californians are facing down the prospect of overcoming significant barriers in rebuilding. This disaster is another reason Congress must remodel our disaster recovery programs under my committee's jurisdiction. Over this past week, my legislative team and I have been hard at work introducing my first bills of the new Congress. You should know that I introduced the Ending Green Giveaways Act, which will return the remainder of the $3 billion in taxpayer money allocated to environmental and climate justice challenges. The American people have overwhelmingly rejected the Green New Deal and radical climate activism at the ballot box. So it's high time we start rolling back federal funding for wasteful programs like this one. I also introduced the Supporting Access to Rural Community Hospitals Act this week, a key piece of legislation aimed at expanding the quality of services and care provided by rural hospitals. Rural hospitals are the backbone of healthcare in communities across America, including in our district. This bill will help rural hospitals as they work to continue to deliver quality care for patients. As we look to the coming weeks, I expect significant developments on our budget as discussions continue to progress. We must extend the 2017 tax cuts. We must reduce spending. We must shore up money for our southern border and take advantage of our natural resources to become energy independent once more. And that's a wrap for this week's Flood Watch podcast. If you haven't already, I encourage you to sign up for my Flood Watch newsletter at flood.house.gov. This is the best way to stay updated on everything happening in Washington. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.